Hi friends, and welcome to It's Not a Sewing Vlog. I am your hostess, Emily. Hostess, not hostess. Is hostess a word with like a T on the end? Hostess. Like it sounds like it should be a word, but what would it be for? Hostess. Like I'm the hostess with the mostest. But it's not. It's hostess with S's. Right? Yeah, I know how to spell. It's hostess with two S's. We're gonna move on because I'm unsure of how to spell. So I actually made a video last week. I know, you don't believe me. But I actually made one in a classroom while I was teaching. The problem is that I didn't realize that the whole time I was filming, so I was filming facing the windows of the classroom to get like natural light on me, and it worked pretty well. Because the kids were, not while the kids were in there, of course. The kids were I was teaching second grade, and the kids were, it's called the golden time, and teachers, it only comes across every few weeks, and it's when the specialty class, recess, and lunch all line up. So the kids had like music, then recess, then lunch, and the specialty teacher takes them to recess. So for that entire time, I had the classroom to myself. And it's like almost 2 hours worth of time. Well, like an hour and 45 minutes. But yeah, still, it's a big chunk of time. And I was like, I should film. And so I actually hung my phone, because I have the little finger ring loop thing on the back of my phone. I hung it up on a peg on the board, like at like eye height, on the wall that had windows. And there was like a window on either side of the board. Had great light coming in. I checked to make sure there was nothing in the classroom behind me that like said names, even the name of the school. No, nothing, defining anything. But the whole time I'm filming, the door of the classroom, and right next to the door of the classroom has a window. And right next to the door of the classroom is like a big window that looks out into the hallway. And all throughout my filming are like teachers and kids walking by, and not very fast. And I'm like, I even recognize some of like the kids I know from previous subbings as they're walking by. And I was like, I can't post this video. So I meant to make another one, and then I never got around to it. I'm really, really warm because I just walked George, so I'm sorry. It wasn't a squirrel. I'm not sure what it was. It was furry, but it was too big to be a squirrel. Maybe it was a cat. It might have been a cat, but it like ran under someone's like little porch thing, and whoo, it was a run, y'all. If you ever see me run, start running. You need to run faster than me, because something's chasing us. And if you run faster than me, you're fine. And that won't be hard to do, let me tell you. So, I don't have a whole lot of updates. And I don't even remember what I filmed last week. But I do remember that like halfway through filming last week, I was like, I have talked about all this stuff before. Why am I saying it again? And I felt really like embarrassed that I just keep talking about the same things. But I want to talk about JessaKae just a little bit. If you don't know what JessaKae is a dress company based in Utah that is kind of reminiscent of a lot of your favorite kind of princess cottagecore fantasy core dresses, like Selkie and I had two more in my head and now they're gone, but frothy dresses, lacy dresses. They have some that are a little more everyday style. They have some that are just extravagant, amazing dresses. I got some birthday money for my birthday because if you didn't know, it was my birthday like 2 weeks ago. So it was my birthday. And right about then, JessaKae was having a sale. And I was like, it's obviously Kismet. Now, I have ordered from them before. I measured myself carefully. I ordered at their last big sale. And one of the dresses showed up and it's like 3 sizes. It's humongous on me. The other one showed up and it's like 1 size too big. It's very confusing. I ordered like very carefully according to my sizes. So I love their dresses so much. I decided I was going to try again. Why? I don't know. Because I want to try things again. So I ordered again. And this time I measured myself again. I'm a seamstress for the most part. And I know how to measure my body. And then I looked at the measurements and I ordered a size down for my measurements. Everything is at least 2 sizes too big on me that showed up. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll return them. The return policy at JessaKae is not cool. First of all, they have no refunds. You get no refunds. Second of all, the return has to be made within 20 days of the day you placed your order. So if you don't have time to like try the dresses on right away or you wait a few days, you might be plumb out of luck because it takes like a week or more for those dresses to show up. So, and then if you do make it within those 20 days, you only get store credit after the shipping fees that they charge you to, and the fee for like getting the label to ship everything back to them. And you can either exchange or you get store credit. And the problem is because things are on sale, you can't really exchange because they're gone. That dress is gone. There's only a size XXS left. So basically, I need to decide if I want to sell these dresses online or if I want to try and pick them apart and make them into my size dresses, which I don't have time for. So they're going to go on a future sewing pile for I don't know how long instead of me getting to wear them. Now you may be going, surely they are not that big on you. I've decided this time I'm going to show you. Oh, putting it on pause totally works. Yes. Okay, it hasn't been working for a while, so anyway. So this is from the first order, like back in December. This was the dress I wanted for my birthday. I'm so in love with this dress. It's like pink, poofy perfection. It goes to just below my knees. And it's just got frothy pink layers and these gorgeous pink poofy sleeves. And it's just delightful. But as you can probably see, this dress is for like, look at this. There's like 2, possibly 3 inches on each side of me. That's like 6 extra inches in this dress. And you can tell that the top is made for a much bigger person. I don't unzip this to put this on. I just put it over my head. I could probably fit a skinny person in this with me. I mean, look at this. I have like friends I could stick in my dress with me and we could be a 2-headed like person. Yeah, I decided I was going to wear it for my birthday because I wanted it as a birthday dress. And so I took a pink belt. I just have my white one here with me, but I took a pink belt And I put it around the waist. And then I took the sides of the dress and folded them. Folded each of the sides back. And it just, as long as I didn't like raise my arms so you can see all the extra, it worked fairly well. If you weren't really looking for it, you wouldn't be able to tell too badly that it's like gigantic on me, but it is. The other one that fits like one size too big just needs to be taken in a little bit, but it is like 4 or 5 inches too long. Like it drags, it pools in the ground around me. I am 5'9" and something. Like I'm a tall woman. I am pretty tall. And so I just, whenever I put the dress on, I'm like, how did they expect people to walk in this dress? Apparently they didn't expect people to walk in it. You're just supposed to like hold it up like this, walk to wherever you want to take pictures, and then throw the dress in the air and look amazing. But you're not actually supposed to wear it. So I'm going to have to hem that dress because I want to wear it. It's beautiful. I'm going to show you one or two of the other dresses real quick. Okay, so this one I was super excited about because obviously it's very me. It's very pink with lots of flowers, and it's just, you know, it screams spring. I was so excited to like wear it this spring, but again, this one I would say is like 2 sizes too big. It's not quite as big as the other one. That's probably because I went a size down. But it still has all this extra at the waist. And then, I don't know if you can tell, but it's also got all this extra for the chest area. Like, see how the shoulders are like slumping off and there's all this extra in the chest? I don't know why they seem to think that bigger women are going to have like wider shoulders. We're not football players, so like this is gonna have to be taken in, and this is gonna have to be taken. I don't know. I love this fabric. I love this dress. Do I want to have to adjust this dress myself though? Okay, now I'm gonna show you my favorite one that is breaking my heart. This next dress, I'm sweating to death. I'm sorry. This next dress I have watched on their website for months. I love it. I think it's so pretty. It's just like the classic frothy ballgowny floral dress that is just so popular right now, and it finally went on sale, and I was like, oh my gosh, no way. Now the size down that I wanted to get was sold out, but the size that was like my actual measurements was still available, so I got that one. Okay, so this is the dress. It's hard to see the bottom, I know, but it's very long, and it has the long, beautiful skirts that, you know, you see videos and pictures of women running through fields, throwing the skirt into the air, being all romantical and amazing, you know, with the beautiful puff sleeves and the sweetheart neckline. It's just kind of classic and romantic and beautiful. But, as you can probably tell, it is also humongous. There's like 3 inches on either side. And again, the top is humongous. I mean, like, it's so, and the shoulder, there's so much room in the shoulders and in the chest. I don't know. I really, really want to make this one fit me. Kind of terrified of this organza. It's the kind of quality of organza that it's gonna snag super easily if I try to mess with it. So I'm kind of terrified of trying to make adjustments to this dress. But I also really want to wear these dresses that I ordered. And since trying to get smaller sizes isn't really a thing, and I don't really want to return for store credit, because at this point, I don't know that I see a point in ordering from them anymore. I'm just trying to figure out what to do. I'm also confused because I have looked and looked and looked for reviews. I have not found any bad reviews for JessaKae of people saying, you know, I shopped according to my measurements and it's way too big. I haven't found any reviews like that. So I don't know why I ended up with this. I don't know. But I'm going to change back into my clothes so that I have clothes that fit. Okay, so my last comment on JessaKae is something I did notice is if you follow them, my phone fell down a little. There we go. If you follow them on Instagram or Facebook or wherever you might follow them, TikTok or I don't know. I follow them on Instagram. I've noticed, so they do a lot of like little videos of different sizes of women because they're extremely size inclusive in like the same dress, or you know, they'll all be in different dresses and they'll line them up and be like this size, this size, this size, this size. And I have noticed visually on the like X2, X3, X4, as you start to get up into those, the dresses start to get a little ill-fitting. Like, they don't quite fit them the way they fit the smaller sizes. Like, the smaller sizes, they look like they fit them perfectly. The larger sizes, sometimes the dress is too tight, or sometimes the dress is too loose. I have noticed before that the dress looks like the top part is too big, and it's kind of hanging on them, like off their shoulders, which is something that I am experiencing. So I guess I should have paid attention. I am not trying to like cut down or disparage. I'm just trying to say that this was my experience, and if you were thinking of ordering, you may want to order like many sizes down. If you're bigger, I would say if you're like over a 2X, a 2X or over, maybe order like 2 sizes down from your measurements, because I don't know. I have had a weird experience where everything is way too big. So, and I'm just trying to like help others. Okay, moving on. If you follow me on Instagram, you may know that I have changed my ball gown inspiration for my 1890s ball that I'm throwing the Friday night of the Victorian Heritage Festival. Not affiliated with the Victorian Heritage Festival, but we are big fans and we are excited to go there. They actually, one of the ladies who runs the festival, who like helps run it, had messaged me way back saying, oh, I heard you're doing a ball and we like to like sponsor, well, not sponsor, but like we like to help promote other events that are going on during the festival, and if you'll tell me about it, we can help promote your event. And then the festival announced that the festival is doing this magic lantern show Friday night and has said nothing about my ball. So yeah, that's okay. That's okay. The 10 of us who show up will have so much fun. Actually, ticket sales have been pretty good for the ball, so I'm really pleased. And my friends are making some amazing ball gowns. Like, I have some friends who are making worth ball gown creations, like remaking worth gowns, and like others who are like they're making their own versions of like fashion plates and actual extant gowns. And like, I mean, there are going to be some truly amazing historical gowns there. Some of my friends keep saying, oh, I'm not going to have anything as fancy or anything as, and I'm like, have you ever Googled 1890s ball gowns? Some of them are just the fabric. There are some 1890s ball gowns that are just satin skirt, wide satin skirt, beautiful satin bodice. You know, some of them have zero trim at all. They just let the beautiful fabric, you know, be a simple elegance for their ball gown. So, this room is so hot. Oh, and I know I have a box of fans in here somewhere. I'm in the sewing room. Can't find a thing. Yay. And I have to get this whole room cleaned up in like 3.5 weeks because my friend is going to be sleeping in it. Yay. I am actually tempted to just like rent her a hotel room so I don't have to clean my house because I have so much going on. If I wasn't picking up my other friend from the airport the next day, I would just be like, let's go up to Port Townsend and, you know, Thursday night and just stay up there and like be there. Because that would be amazing to like have that night to like set up and be ready to go the next day. But that's okay. I love friends and I love more friends, and the more the merrier. Okay, so my ball gown inspiration has changed, and it's changed, and it's changed. It's mostly because, like, I think the first 2 times it changed is because I remembered that I'm not a great seamstress. I see these amazing, you know, historical dresses, and I'm like, I want to make that. And then I'm disillusioned by my own skills. And I'm like, why did you think you could make that? Oh, no. And then this last time I needed to change was actually because I have been trying to find the specific color. Okay, so I don't know how well this is going to show up on camera, but I have this trim. I have this beautiful trim. It's this really deep, plummy, it's not purple. It's not magenta. It's like if magenta and purple had a baby. That's why I say it's kind of like a plum color. I have this really beautiful lace. And I have been trying to find the perfect satin, like a matte satin to go with it, to go with the dress I was trying to recreate. And I ordered a bunch of swatches from like everywhere, and they started to roll in, and I'm like, no. None of this is going to work. And handsome hubby, being the, you know, very logical person that he is, was like, well, why don't you just use a different trim? Or why don't you pick a different color? Because the brocade that you're using has, well, he didn't say brocade. He doesn't know the word brocade. He said the other fabric that you're using has other colors in it. And I was like, oh, that makes so much sense. I should do that. But I can't. Because I have this picture in my head and it has to look like this. And if I make it a different way, forever I'm going to be like, no, I made it a different way. I didn't make it the way I really wanted it to look. So that's going to the side. And someday, when I find the perfect satin color, I will make it. So today I've been like, just looking through fashion plates, looking through extant dresses on my phone, because this is what I look like. This is not what I look like on my phone. I promise. I look like this, because I'm like old, you know. Anyway, and I came across this picture that I've come across a million times before. And I posted it on my Instagram today. So as you know, I don't know how to like insert picture here. I even thought of like printing it out and holding it up, but I'm not going to do that. As I've said before, you are all very smart, wise people. I'm sure your Google foo is very strong. You can look up the picture yourself if you want to, by going to my Instagram. It's on my Instagram. It's the most recent thing I posted. Anyway, it's this beautiful fashion plate of this white ball gown. It's actually 1890s is when dresses other than house dresses and like tea gowns and whatnot started to become one piece. Not all the time, but like there started to be some that were one piece. And in this, it's a one piece white ball gown that A-lines out into this beautiful full skirt. It has a lovely sweeping decoration here. If you zoom in, you can see that there's a little decoration at the bottom. I'm not quite sure what that is, which my mind tells me that means I can make it whatever I want. Like if I want to put lace around the bottom, I can do that, which is such a relief because I cannot be exact. I know some people recreate things like exactly. I will never do that because I am a fan, unless I'm like trying to recreate like a movie costume or something like that. I mean, yeah, I get that. But if it's like a fashion plate or an extant gown, I will never try to recreate it exactly because what am I stepping on? Ow. Nah, don't fall over. No. Sorry, 2 seconds. No. Anyway, we're fine. Everything's fine. How are you? What was I saying? Oh, I'll never try to recreate it exactly, like fashion plates and accent gowns, because that's someone else's creation. And I want to pay homage to their creation, but I don't want to copy it exactly. I want to make my own version, you know. So I'm going to do my own version of this dress. It will be white. Part of why I picked this dress is because I just ransacked my sewing room. Handsome hubby came home and said, why is it worse in our upstairs? Because like the whole upstairs, the stairwell, there's just stuff everywhere now. And I said, well, I needed to pull things out so I could look through everywhere. And he went, and why? And I said, because I needed to find stash fabric for this project. And he thought about it, and he thought about it, and I could tell he was weighing. He really wants me to use stash fabric and not buy new fabric. But I'm making a mess in the house, more so than usual. Guess what? Stash fabric won. And he was like, okay. Yeah, stash fabric. Okay, good, good. Yeah, that's okay. And moved on. So that's good. And I found just a bunch of this white matte satin fabric. It's beautiful. It's white. It terrifies me because it's white. I had bought it originally when I had made a 1872 Cinderella bustle gown for costume college a couple years back. And I don't know why, but I way over ordered on the white matte satin. So I have a bunch of it. And I was like, wait, I saw a fashion plate just a couple of searches ago. So I'm like going back in my history and where did I find that? And I found this picture. I pull it up and I'm like, okay, I'm terrified to make anything out of white because white. But I'm doing it. And the dress has like this beautiful little draping design on the front, and it has these big, beautiful, because the dress is from 1895, big, beautiful puff sleeves. Gorgeous. And zooming in, you'll see that the puff sleeves are actually made out of a different fabric. It actually looks like it's a print, like a very pale, like floral print or something. So I'm not sure how I'm going to translate that yet. I know I don't want to make big puff sleeves out of matte satin fabric because the fabric's a little on the heavy side. So, I mean, I think it will be fine for the, I mean, it's not heavy, but it's like almost a medium weight. So it'll be fine for the skirt and for, you know, most of the bodice, but I don't want to do big puff sleeves in a medium weight fabric. So that'll be fun figuring out, you know, what I want the sleeves to be. But the showpiece on this gown is these two bows right here on the shoulders, and then the ties from the bows drape down. They're like this wide, and they drape all the way down the front of the dress. And I forgot to check, but I think they drape down the back as well. Something really great about this particular fashion plate is that in the background of the fashion plate, it shows the back of the dress. So I have the back of the dress for reference. And the bows, if you zoom in, they look black, but they're actually either a very dark blue or a dark blue and black. So I'm trying to decide if I want to do like a black and white ball gown, which could be like very stark, you know, very elegant. If I want to go with like the black and the blue, or if I want to do a different color, like a really dark purple, or like a really deep red, or like I could go with any color, make it my own. If you have an opinion, let me know in the comments. I'm excited about this. The young lady in the fashion plate is wearing like a little black ruff, kind of like they had in the Elizabethan era, which looks amazing on her. And we're back. Okay. Sorry, my camera was warning me that I hit 30 minutes, which it refuses to go past. So, I do not have a long neck, and I've got all of this. So, things that are like tight up around my neck, I do not love and do not look great with. So, I'm not sure if I want to do that part of the fashion plate. But I don't know. I do have like this little black ruff that Handsome Hubby used to use for Ren Fair. So I was thinking that once the dress is made, I might try that on with it to see what I think, just to test the waters. The fashion plate also features a redheaded model that has her hair all done up beautifully and these black bird feathers sticking out. Now, originally I was thinking, you know, maybe I should wear a tiara to my ball, or maybe I should wear like flowers in my hair, or maybe I should wear, but I have to admit the bird feathers in the hair look really cool. Like they're like stuck in the back, and they're like one's going straight up and one's like going kind of diagonally off that way. And I try not to wear any like animal products. I'm very faux all the things. Well, I don't even like wearing faux things really. So I'd have to find fake feathers. I have a few real animal products that are more like byproducts. Like I have some ostrich feathers, which are from a lady who sells them humanely. Like they actually fall out. They don't even pluck them. They wait for them to fall out. And then she like treats the feathers and stuff to help them get all fluffy and whatnot. I do have one animal. I have 2 animal furs. One is a gift that was made for me. That is from a reclaimed stole, I think is what it was called, like a something, I don't know. And the other one is a fox fur. I think it's a fox fur that I won. I didn't mean to win it. I like entered a thing at an SCA event and ended up winning this like fox fur. And it is very carefully in tissue paper in a box away where I don't know what to do with it. I keep thinking I will come across a costuming friend who like works with fur or incorporates fur into like real fur or something, or I don't know, and I'll be like, hey, do you want this? I will sell it to you super cheap. Anyway, that's way too much information about that. Sorry. So I would find like fake feathers or whatnot to maybe put in my hair because, you know, I think I've been watching The Gilded Age so much, but when you Google pictures of like Victorian balls and whatnot, they don't wear tiaras and diamonds and stuff unless it's like the ball of the season or the royal ball, or, you know, they wear like flowers in their hair, ribbons in their hair, pearls like woven in their hair, or, you know, or bird feathers in their hair, or, you know, they wear other things too. I mean, so I don't know. Part of me is like, well, I'm throwing the ball. I should definitely wear a tiara. And part of me is like, I kind of love what this lady in the fashion plate's doing with her hair. So, I don't know. Go look at the fashion plate. Tell me what you think. I need some opinions, obviously. But what is great is I'd already started on like 2 dress ideas ago. I'd already started on the guts of both the skirt and the bodice, and not a whole lot like needs to be changed for this new idea. One big change I am making though is it's not going to be a one-piece dress. I am going to change it into a skirt and a bodice because that is going to be so much easier for someone who has not a great seamstress to sew. Because if I am trying to sew and work with this bodice and I am wrestling with this long skirt, you know, all one piece together, it's going to be so hard on me. So I'm changing it into 2 pieces. Hi, George. Are you trying to figure out what I'm doing? Oh, he gets so confused. My little baby is like an old man, and he's trying to figure out who I'm talking to. And he's like looking over there, and then he looks at me, and then he looks over there, and he looks at me, and he's so confused. I wish he could see you guys. I wish I could see you guys. I've thought about like, I don't know, doing a live, but here's the thing. I've done a live like, I think once before for a contest, and I mean, that was a few years ago, and oh, George. Anyway, I have to get off and go help him. I did a live, and, you know, people make so many comments and stuff, and it scrolls so fast. I don't know how anyone comments, I don't know how anyone does it. Like, how you can pay attention to all those comments going by so fast, like how you can answer any questions, how you can interact with anybody, really. I thought it might be fun to do like a Zoom and just be like, hey, does anyone want to like meet up on Zoom and just talk projects or whatnot? But I feel like I'd have to like be a moderator too, instead of just enjoying the fun of the, I don't know. I get too much in my head about these things. Okay. The last thing I wanted to talk about, and then I'm done, I promise, is I bought a hat blank from this place, which I don't think I will do again, for a 1830s bonnet. Now, the width of the crown is pretty nice. You know, it's got that big, wide, hello, look at me, I'm 1830s, you know. But the back of it just goes straight back, where the 1830s, so if this is the bonnet on your head, this part back here is supposed to be tilted up this way. Like, it's supposed to be tilted up this way, and it would be like taller than this is long, up this way. And this is really just stiffened buckram and millinery wire. And I think, I mean, they've stitched it, and then I think there was also maybe some glue involved. For how much I paid for this plus shipping, I will never do that again. But I'm like, so does that mean I need to take this off of this and like redo this so that this is pointing up at the right angle and then somehow figure out how to make it taller? I don't want to. I thought I was just going to have a hat blank and then I could just put a little padding on it, fabric on it, decorate it, have an 1830s hat. Because the Saturday of Victorian Festival, we are, and by we I mean me and a bunch of friends and possibly a bunch of other people, because I've had people message me going, yay, 1830s on Saturday, can't wait to see you guys. We're dressing up 1830s, which is why I'm trying to fix issues with my green 1830s dress. The one I wore at Halloween, the kind of dark green one, which by the way, I'm trying to find a new contrasting color for it to make like a belt. And I'm removing the black piping. Okay, who am I kidding? I'm not removing the black. You guys, you should know me better than this. I can't lie to you. I'm not removing it, because if I remove it, like, then I have to pull everything apart. No, I am adding in new piping over it because I have figured out a way to do this by hand. Anyway, so I'm trying to figure out a contrasting color that will brighten the dress up so it doesn't look so gloomy. So I had black. I had done a black belt. I had done black piping to, you know, for Halloween, for fall, going into winter, for, you know. And now that I'm wearing it in like April, I'd like to find a contrasting color that looks good with, oh, come here. Come here. As you can see, my bodice is off the skirt right now. With this deep green. It's showing up on the screen a little more emerald than it really is. It's slightly less emerald, slightly more like forest green. But it has this undertone in the taffeta of, it's like a black, but under like sunlight, it actually looks almost purple. But I don't want to do purple. I have a friend who made a whole purple dress and I don't want to do purple. So I've been trying to find like other colors that go really well with it. The only problem is the other colors that I found that go really well with it are like very autumny colors. Or make it look like Christmas, because you know red looks amazing with this dress. I was thinking, what if I did like, so how crazy, like would this brighten it up without, so initially I thought, what about like yellow? Because yellow and green I think look really good together. But like bright yellows and stuff look horrible with this fabric because it's so like, has such a dark undertone. So then I thought, what if I used like an old, like an antique gold, maybe? Now this is just to do like some piping and a belt and then to like trim the hat to brighten up the look of the dress a little bit. But I don't know. Maybe I should just do black. Maybe I should just say, okay, it can be purple and do purple. The other thing I was thinking of is I know that red looks too Christmas. This is still dark, but what if I did like a burgundy? Oh, that looks so dark though, and I don't want to do dark. The absolute opposite thing that I could do. Oh, come on. I have everything absolutely everywhere in this room and I can't find it right in front of me. Oh, come on. Give me your secrets. Betray your wealth. Where are you? Give me a thing. Oh. Okay. Well, the other thing I was thinking of, which doesn't really go with the dress, but I was thinking of, instead of piping, doing like a little row of like white lace, and then doing a white lace belt with like a bright shiny belt buckle, and then doing like, oh, maybe just a white bonnet. And I have some scraps from this dress with like some green bows, and the white bonnet would have like lace on it with some white bows, or with some green bows, just to like freshen up. And I could tack on the lace over the black piping, like, you know, instead of like tiny little stitches, so it's like solidly on there, just like, you know, stitches so it's on there but could easily be taken off in the future, just to like help brighten it up for Vic Fest. I don't know. I'm probably overthinking this. I just don't want to look like winter is coming, like Christmas, like Halloween. I mean, the last time I wore this dress, I wore lots of black with it. And then I like put black circles around my face and had a big black shawl and everything. And so every time I look at this dress, I see Halloween in the graveyard, you know, type of thing. So I'd like to fix it up for spring. I mean, I get that it's not going to look like spring, but I'd like to just freshen it up, brighten it up. The other thing I'm doing is I'm actually making the sleeves transition sleeves, so that I'm cutting off. So the sleeves go into a big poof, and then right about just below the elbow, they get tight. Right there. Sorry, I burped. Right there, I'm going to cut it off and make it so that this part of the sleeve can attach to it for daytime use, and then be taken off so I can wear the dress to the contra dance Saturday night as well, because I need something to wear to the dance that night, and it'd be nice to just be able to transition in the same dress that I'm wearing all day, I guess, rather than try to make an entirely new dress, which I don't really have time. Ooh, what's that? Oh, I forgot I had this. Oh, that's amazing. Ooh. This is a vintage headpiece from Mela Atlier, or however she does it. Ooh, that's so pretty. They're like little feathers. Okay, sorry. Shiny squirrel. Moving on. I think that's all for this video, but because Ballgown is starting this week, I am committed, and since I didn't post a video last week, I'm committed to at least posting another maybe shorter video later this week showing Ballgown progress. Yay. By the way, if you would like to come attend the Victorian Heritage Festival and the ball, you know, go to the Victorian Heritage Festival at Port Townsend, or Port Townsend Victorian Heritage Festival website. You can Google it. easy to find. And then go to Visions of History PNW, and that is the group on Facebook. There's a group that's like defunct now, and then there's a new group. It's the new group. You'll know which one. You'll see. It's easy to tell. That has the event in that group. You can look at the event there, and you can come if you want to. All the ticket information and 1890s dress up information and updates and stuff are in there. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Oh my gosh, it's so hot in here. Hi. Tiny add-on. I was hard-boiling eggs for dinner, and this keeps happening to me. So much of the egg peels away with the eggshell. Like, what am I doing wrong? Every time I research it, it's like, put salt in the water, so I put salt in the water. It's like, put vinegar in the water, I put vinegar in the water. It's like, run them under cold water before you peel. I do that. I don't know what to do. So much of the egg comes away when I peel. Why are they so hard to peel? What am I doing wrong? Hard-boiled eggs, people. I need to know. Also, if you're wondering what this is my England calendar, because I'm going to England a year from last month, and so I bought this year's calendar that hangs up in my kitchen. Is England. Is like gorgeous spots in England, and this month it's Wells Cathedral in Somerset, which hopefully I will get to see someday, preferably next year when I'm there. Okay, eggs. Peeling eggs. Peeling boiled eggs. Go.